Nike's Vaporfly Next Percent 3 is exactly what a running shoe should be. In my opinion, the best running shoe 2023 has to offer. Before I explain and justify my statement, watch this. Okay. So before I get into the review, and even before I introduce myself, I want to tell you 3 things that I think could have been done better about the shoe, because I think that's where most value is given to you guys in terms of this review, just in case you don't make it to the rest of the video. The first thing for me is the price. £235 is a lot of money to be asking of people, especially in today's climate. The second thing is the tongue. I like that it's slick, engineered, and it's lightweight. I like the graphics on it, but it's not gusseted, meaning it's loose. It's not a big deal to some people, but for me, I've got a preference for gusseted tongues. It gives you a bit more of a good hold of your foot. Thirdly, and I think this is the bigger issue for me, any single time where you see a material that's been used in the midsole making an appearance in the outsole, that tells you it's a vulnerable and exposed area, and it's gonna get worn out much quicker than the rest of the material. So that exposed area for me is a concern, especially how much money you're gonna be paying for this shoe. You wanna hold on to it for as long as possible. With all of that said, let's get back into this camera and do the normal introductions. My name is Aubrey, and I'm a very average runner, simply trying to be less average by the day. At the time of recording this, I had 760 of you subscribing to my channel. It's sincerely appreciated. Thank you. Let's get to the shoe. I always break down the shoe, just a normal conversation from the top, and we work our way down, starting with the heel. I had issues with the Invincible 3 where the heel would just move about and you couldn't get a good look down. In fact, one of my viewers say this and that they're gonna be returning theirs. I wanna assure you, you're not gonna get that. Well, I certainly didn't in this shoe. The lockdown is great, it feels secure. And that's also a function of the little padding they've put on the back of the heel inside of the shoe, and it holds your foot very, very well. I really did enjoy that. Right, let's talk about the tongue. So I did mention already the fact that it's not gusseted. If we ignore that, I do like the fact that it's light. I do like that actually it has a breathing texture on the tongue, and I love the graphics on there. I don't necessarily know what they mean, but I'm sure that they have a purpose, but I love the tongue. One of the features I love on the tongue is they've put this cut out in the tongue, almost like a V shape, and it's for the top of your ankle to have space as you're running. That's always great. The other thing to talk about in terms of the tongue, it's one of those offset, it's on an angle kind of tongues. I do like that just from an aesthetic perspective. I don't think it really pays or contributes to the performance of the shoe at all. Anyway, the laces. One thing I hate about running shoes is if you have to stop your run to do your laces. This flat profile kind of lace, especially with the added textures on the side, it's almost like a ribbed texture. Once you tie that down, it's not going anywhere. Genius design, and I have no problems whatsoever. The other thing about the laces, I reviewed On Running's Cloud Surfer recently, and On always tries these funky ideas in terms of the lacing. No, just do normal holes, normal eyelets, and put your laces through them. The next thing, fortify those holes so that they've got some sort of protection against possibly tearing that hole through. And that's exactly what Nike has done. It's so simple. Simplicity is always best. Okay, next let's talk about the upper. I'm gonna show you in this camera what this shoe looks like from an upper perspective and talk to you in this one. So I showed this shoe to my fiance and she said, well, where the heck is the rest of it? How come they didn't finish making it? Simply because of the holes that are in the upper of the shoe. It's an engineered, what they're calling fly knit, and I absolutely love it. However, there's gonna be a few drawbacks to it. If you run in cold conditions or maybe wet conditions, this might not be the great a great fit for you because once your foot gets wet, it's going to take away from enjoying your run. But apart from that, I absolutely love the upper. I absolutely love it. The other thing to talk about in terms of the upper is the toe box. Plenty of room. It did give me a very good hold when I tried my run in it, and I absolutely enjoyed my run. I can't fault this upper at all. All right, now let's talk about this part of the shoe, the midsole. There are basically two key features that we need to talk about here. One, what Nike is calling the fly plate, and this is a carbon plate that runs all the way through the shoe. And that's going to propel you and give you a good return of energy, and that is perfect for your race day. The second thing to talk about is Zoom X. Now, Zoom X is Nike's name for their premium foam that they put in their shoes. What confuses me is this foam is in plenty of other Nike shoes, but how they do it in this shoe, I can't explain it. It's some sort of running shoe wizardry that they're doing. It's absolutely magic how this feels. And I want to assure you that your 5, your 10, your half, your full marathon runs are just made much more comfortable in this shoe. Lastly is the outsole. It's the same waffle design that they've got in the Invincible 3, but somewhat tailored to the Vaporfly Next Percent 3. And you can see that at the front of the shoe in terms of the outsole, and a different kind of layout at the back. I do like that. This is a bit more of a resilient rubber in these key landing zones. But as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm a bit concerned about the exposed parts. In terms of the grip, nothing to worry about. Absolutely. The only concern I have is you're going to see more wear and tear in this exposed parts. And that's annoying considering how much you're paying for this shoe because you want it to stick around. The last section of my review is, should you buy this shoe and who is it for? In my opinion, it's like a wedding dress. You can choose to wear it to Tesco if you want, or Walmart, whatever your supermarket is, but I just wouldn't do that in a wedding dress. That's the same with this shoe. You spent a lot of time improving your running in your daily trainer, in your shoe that is there for your easy runs. And that one time it's time to prove all you've been doing, this is that shoe. This is a race day shoe. This is that PB time kind of shoe, in my opinion. But you know what? Life is too short. If you want to wear your wedding dress to Tesco or Walmart, damn it, wear your wedding dress to Tesco and Walmart. If you want to use this as a daily trainer, hey, it's up to you. My only warning is, this is going to wear out very quickly. And so you want to keep it around. But if you're going to get a few of these, hey, knock yourself out. And that's my general view. Thank you very much for watching this. I truly appreciate you watching this, subscribing, interacting to the channel. And if you found this very useful, give me a thumbs up, share it with people that might want to see it. But more importantly, comment on this video. Let's get a conversation going. Thank you for checking this out.